tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Here's White. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A first down throw for Cousins. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw again on second down. Cousins. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Brady. Complete to Washington. And he's going to get this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Thielen. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Adam Thielen. 26 yards. And the Bucs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cousins on first down. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. Touchdown, Bears! Robbie Anderson, 49 yards. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now Matt Prater for the point after. He's got it, so they take just the 1 here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the first. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Patterson, a solid stiff arm. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 51 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Patterson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Patterson. And he's got some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Brady now to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. There to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Now White on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. With the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here's White. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins. And here he's got Graham. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
C.J. Henderson brings up the 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Dancing to his left. Touchdown! Albert O, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. He's going to launch it for Washington. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to air one out. They've got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Bears 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's White. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard kick brings up 2nd and 4 at the Buccaneers' 46-yard line.
Again, it's Cousins. Check down to Breida. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete, Okuegbunam. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jalen Reagor. 35 yards. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point good by Prater. And that trims the lead down to 9. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 30 on second down, Brady. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run on first down. Patterson. Open space inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cordarrelle Patterson. A 23-yard run. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now White on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Prater for the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9.
Bears 37, Bears 28.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. The final shot before half for Brady. Escaping, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitor would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bucs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. Flush to his right. Incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they've gotten 2 for 2.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Bucs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make every...
He's got a man, complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Brady now on 1st down. Here's a diving catch right side.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Buccaneers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Grant.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
That's good for the Bears.
First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Listen to me. 34, right 34. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check back 34. Come on. 34. Hey, me and you. Hey, no, easy. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Let's go ahead. Go, Mike.
4th down, Cousins. Touchdown, Bears. Robbie Anderson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Extra point good by Prater, and that will cut the lead down to 15. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to.
So they'll come up at 3. To throw is Brady. Flushed out right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 56 yards. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
8 yards as the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down throw for Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Cousins will try and throw. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Brady. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
64. Bears 41. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here's White. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation. It got his man complete. 20. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 81 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are looking good. A two-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete.
But listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
And this is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 54 yards. And the Buccaneers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Buccaneers 71, Bears 49. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here's White.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Cousins' throw complete to Rager.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On first down, it's Patterson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brady going to look to throw. Going up top. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 46 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Brady going to throw here. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll find Thielen on the right side.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw again on second down. Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cordarrelle Patterson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
57. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now White on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians.